Are you going to watch the Destiny thing?
Yeah, suppose. All the cops in Houston have watched the Aiden Ross interview now.
Which Destiny video was it again?
It's the one with Dan.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh no, I just mean this.
Hmm?
The 5 days ago one? Or was that? Yeah. We were, I think, in the middle of it or something.
Was that what it was?
I don't remember.
No, there's a newer one.
Okay.
Or, I don't know if it's newer, but it's newer posted.
Do you remember which channel it was on? Was it Dan's or Destiny?
It's probably on their podcast channel. Let me see.
Chat's clapping for you.
Yeah, so, let me send it to you. This shit's hard, dude. Like, without being in the office all day, I have no idea how to monitor these people.
Goon Gimp says, better not debate Destiny, Nick. He'll destroy you.
So the funny thing is, like, I agree about anything, like, political, right? But, like, I'm not a political person, right? But, like, if this clip that we're about to watch is any indication, he's an absolute softie when it comes to, like, anything that tangents on the real world, which shouldn't be a surprise. Like, he has one narrow band of expertise, and he has a very deep expertise in it. But, like, you know, kind of like how they say, oh, yeah, you have a PhD. You have a PhD in a subject that you studied. Having a PhD doesn't make you automatically better at, you know, understanding other subjects, right? Yet, you know, if you talk to anyone, they'll tell you, well, you know, that person has a PhD. It's like, but a PhD in what? Right? It's actually a funny case in point because, like, I think they were trying to do us a solid, but, like, check it. Because, like, everyone was so all the cops and the SWAT guys in Houston watched the Aiden Ross interview because I guess they're, like, secretly Aiden Ross fans. And so they saw that, like, in the comments, a lot of people were like, that's a police union Twitter account. Remember that Twitter account that you retweeted, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, it's not even a real account. And it's like, of course it's a real account. It's like the fucking, like, if it's anything, it's like the more esteemed alum and board members and chair members of the you know, kind of police. But, like, they were trying to do us a solid, and so they, I believe, had a official government account retweet it. Houston, Texas police officers something. So I think we will probably quote retweet it. What do you want to say?
What do they say exactly? I haven't read it exactly.
It's pretty basic. It's just basically like they're trying to clear it up because one of the biggest gripes people had was, oh my God, there's no official source. Like, the news is, like, biased because they want to get clicks. And so after they watched the Aiden Ross interview, they tweeted, thanks to the quick thinking of the victims and the swift action of our investigators, 4 suspects have been arrested following a violent home invasion targeting a well-known gaming and social media influencer. Their decisive efforts led to a rapid resolution of this case. Great teamwork all around. And then it has the direct link to their website.
Maybe just like something like, thanks for responding and helping, like, during and after the incident, or something like that.
HPOUTX, okay. HPOU. Here we go. Huh. Well, that's crazy.
Cold.
You know, we'll make the heart blue. I said we'll make the heart blue since, you know, they're police instead of red. is the only change I'd make. Oh my God, I don't text nearly enough. Oh, okay, done. All right, chat, if you want to go signal boost that, you can. It's really just addressing all the fucking dumbness that was people thinking it's somehow unlikely. Like, people are so dumb now, like, they go like, oh my God, this thing is so unlikely, therefore it didn't happen. It's like, bitch, the base case for a home invasion is unlikely. Okay, what are you guys saying? Nick, are you making a kick channel? I have a kick channel. I just don't know what it's called. The team made it for me today, along with like the other socials. I might stream on it. We'll see. Yeah. You said I'm unlikable. Insane people think insane things. Look, I get it. It's her stream. You guys will tend to side with her, and that's perfectly fine. My whole thing is that, like, I don't really care to do the whole streaming thing unless we're actually gonna really, like, try the streaming thing, right? Because, you know, reasonable minds can differ, but, like, let's be honest, right? Like, this stream could be better. Has it done well? Yeah, of course, right? But, like, we're talking, like, you know, like, does someone who has one Grand Slam title, if we're talking tennis, are they a good tennis player? Like, undoubtedly, right? Undoubtedly. Does that mean they can't get any better? No one would say that, right? And so if we're gonna do this, for me, I think it has to be like balls to the wall, all in, right? If she doesn't want to, she doesn't have to, right? I would way rather not. Okay. Yeah, like it would be my preference to not do it. But if she's gonna do it, like what I don't like is like when it's like, oh, I'm gonna do it some of the time. It's like some of the time is either, you know, more time than originally anticipated, or it's just kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? It's all or nothing, and it's always all or nothing. Like, none of these people who are good streamers, I mean, first of all, they're obsessed with entertaining, right? Like, y'all might not believe that, right? But I've met enough of them that, like, you don't understand. Like, they stress about, you know, making other people's streams entertaining, right? Like, I've literally seen XQC stress out when he's not even streaming and he's at a party and, like, someone else is streaming and he's just like, wait, who's going to entertain their chat? They can't just leave it on a tripod, right? That's the kind of thing that you need. Because in this kind of industry, okay, it's just like a lot of other industries in that, like, you know, winemaking, anything involving horses. None of that shit is profitable. Like, in aggregate, right? In aggregate, none of it's profitable. Why? Because too many people love those verticals, right? There's a lot of people who love horses. They would love to do anything bordering horses. There's a lot of people who love wine. It's just like the stereotypical rich person's lifestyle business, right? And because that's the case, in aggregate, they make no money because, you know, there's so much demand, or sorry, there's so much supply relative to demand that they have no pricing power, right? It's kind of the same for streaming. Like, there are so many people who would do this job for free that if you are a person who's making a tremendous amount of money doing it, there's like 1 million people who would love to replace you, and they're willing to go harder, stream longer, you know, they're willing to do every superlative possible to succeed, right? And as someone who has done well, it's like you have a lot more resources at your disposal, but I always say this thing, and I think it's just true, nothing beats obsession, right? Not genius, not talent, nothing. Not resources, right? But if you can pair obsession with any of those attributes, you're unstoppable. And so for me, it's like all in or all out, man. Because why? Like, I just don't understand the half in thing. You know, like it's just a hobby then, I guess, right? Like a little bit of a hobby. It's like great. Like I don't know about you, but like I'm not particularly inclined to spend a significant amount of my time helping someone dabble.
Are we gonna watch this video next?
There's never been anyone close to ammo early days. Yeah, it's because here's the thing, right? Like the observation that I had very early on was, hey, none of these e-girls are particularly diligent. And it's just like, if we have more uptime, we're literally gonna accrue all the viewers. It doesn't even matter how entertaining we are, right? Because none of them have enough uptime. And in fact, if you time your uptime around when people stop streaming, because everyone's on this, you know, or at least the e-girls are on this pretty rigorous schedule, like you'd have literally e-girls like be like, okay, I stream from noon to 3 p.m. Right? So then all you got to do is fucking stream at 3 p.m. and you're guaranteed to pick up that person's viewership. There's a time on Twitch when the density was so low that that's all it took, right? But we're at a place where, you know, kind of across all social media, you can't just exploit a strategic opportunity like that. Like you actually have to be fairly tactical and really, you know, kind of explore the nitty gritty aspects of, you know, how to entertain, how to keep the tempo high, right? How to make sure, like, and all of this is in service of longer term building an audience expectation and a community, right? Because once you get that, then now it's like super laid back and chill, and people will just come and watch you be you. But you have to earn that, right? One way or another, you earn that. Yeah. What's your ethnicity, Bubba? Chinese? Taiwanese, I guess, but what's really the difference? How did you miss your shots on the robbers? I didn't miss all of them. All three of them kind of ran up and were kind of in each other's way, and so I shot the first guy, you know. He's lucky that I didn't have, you know, either my shoddy or like a 300 blackout, because that would have gone through like 2 or 3 of them.
You want to watch the video now? Or?
Yeah, in a second. I just figured I'd address chat. Is that
fine.
an issue?
No, I was just wondering.
Yeah. I doubt she was gonna go viral talking about NMP. That's not the point, man. Like it's like the whole point is like, I mean, y'all know about the controversy she got in recently, you know, like that comes from not necessarily, you know, what everyone is saying. It's like, oh my God, so bigoted. It's like, no, it just comes from not having a lot of experience, you know, touching on sensitive topics, right? There's a way to dance across it, and there's a way to not do it. The only way you're going to get better is by doing more of it. And the NMP thing is a low-risk way to do it because everyone's already covering it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're in good company. You're not going to have anyone try or able to cancel you no matter what your take is. So you might as well have a very, very absolute take, right? It's the Dave Ramsey thing all over again. It's better to overstate than to understate on the internet. Bro, do you ever stop yapping? Never. Missile launcher, surprise, motherfucker. That's what streaming profession is. Never heard of Taiwan. They all look alike. No, there's different ways of yapping. I can hear XQC all day low. Well, yeah, because like XQC is like the everyman, right? Like he is. It's funny because a lot of the things that make him seemingly hard to relate to are actually what, you know, people gravitate towards. I don't know who that is. The only 2 streamers I watch. China girls can drink a lot. Look at Red Note Nick. Come in. Oh shit, Red Note. She said she didn't want to talk about NMP tonight. Bro, shut the fuck up, man. Like seriously. I know you guys think y'all have the full picture, but y'all have no fucking idea. Right? Like y'all have no fucking idea. Like there were days, for months on a time, 6 months at a time, where we were picking up 10,000 followers a day on Instagram, which also might be coming back soon, or at least we can get the name back. You think all that's easy? Like, I spend like fucking all day talking to fucking every fucking person under the sun just to get linked up with someone at Instagram who can fucking unban that account, right? Like, I know you guys think that, oh my God, I'm just kind of like riding along. Ugh. Shit like that makes me just want to do it on my own. Fuck. Because like I'm tired of the bullshit that I keep seeing on here. Yeah, you have eyes and ears, Sure, buddy. But they're filled with shit. So, good luck. Like, I saw some such dumbass takes earlier. Someone was like, oh, you could hire a better investment manager. Hey, fucking moron. That's how I know you're privileged, right? That you don't understand that functionally there is literally no difference between hiring a good manager and finding a good investment. Both are equally unlikely, right? If you even took a moment to try and understand why, it's painfully obvious, right? What makes a company a good investment? Let's talk about the stock, for instance, right? What makes a company a good investment? Huh? The management team? Them doing the right things? Them being in the right industry? Them making the right moves? Okay. And so when you say that hire a good investment manager, it's like, what, you think it's an inefficient market like that? You think the guy who can bang out 70% a year, he's going to charge you the same as the guy who can bang out 10? No, the guy who can bang out 70 is charging you fucking Renaissance technology exorbitant rates. So, like, y'all just don't understand it. Like, it's like, if someone can make you 40%, they're going to charge you like fucking 25% to do it. Then you'll make 15% and they'll make 25, right? Because why the fuck would they let the guy who, only makes 15%, like, why would they just offer free alpha to the market or to an investor? You know what I mean? Like, okay, fine. Name a good manager. Name a good manager. You're going to name some broke dick fucking RIA, right? Or you're going to name a hedge fund manager that charges 2 and 20. Like, you guys have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Like, it's just as hard. I would much rather find a good investment manager. That's easier than finding a good investment. But, like, not remotely feasible. Name one. Name one. Name two, right? Like, name any number of them.
Don't get one guy.
Bro, that's where you're wrong, right? That's where you're wrong. Because the types, I mean, look, you can math it, right? We pay a 40% plus marginal tax rate, right? And so, like, let's say we make $1 million a month. It's a little more than that, but, like, let's just say that for a nice even number, right? Right out the gate, we only really get 600,000. And so, like, you could call it a 40% loss, but that's just tax, right? Unavoidable, right? That's where you're wrong. If you structure your investments the right way, there's no reason why, you can't match it up with, the schedule for depreciation for an asset. And then instead of, $1 million becoming 600K, you have $1 million, becoming 850K. So that month alone, you're picking up a $250,000 delta, right? And then that delta isn't just sitting idle. You're investing that as well, right? When someone is making like $15 or $20 million a year, that 40% is like high single-digit millions. And if you take a look at all the cars I have, which they retain value, it's less than 1 year of that. And I've been doing the accelerated depreciation real estate thing for going on 4 years now. The amount of money that alone has, quote unquote, made is probably to the tune of like $20 million, right? So right out the gate, it's just not true. And you want to introduce me to someone who can do that? Why would they do it for you? They're not getting the tax benefit, you are. You see what I mean? So what are you going to pay someone to find that for you? It's going to be fee on fee. No, I know. I'm just making the point that like my alpha or like the investment prowess in the last post-COVID years, however many years you want to say, 22 to today, I'm just in the index, man, right? Because I don't see myself having an edge currently. Maybe never again, right? But like there were banner years between like 2012 through 2020 where like Amazon would return basically 30% CAGR over the 10 years. And my, I guess, biggest strength is that I know when I have it and I know when I don't, right? And I don't have it right now. I'd have to really dig deep and understand it. Like sometimes I see the whole NVIDIA thing and it's like very interesting to me, but like, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, like anyone who thinks they can just hire an investment manager, you're a fucking moron. Right? You're saying this guy's a super fucking good investor, but he's gonna do it for cheap. For you? Why? Why wouldn't he charge literally up to the rate where he's only barely better than the bad manager? Why wouldn't he do that? He just likes you, right? He just likes you, bro. You know, like, come on. Like, y'all are smarter than that, right? You should know this. Like, this is like the silly thing where it's like, oh, I went on Twitter and I found a guy who could teach me how to do trading. Why would he do that? If he's that good at trading, why doesn't he just make the goddamn money himself? It's because he doesn't believe over the long run he can. Hence why he is trading. The best hedge funds in the fucking world, right, are insiders only, meaning they only let employees invest. It's skin in the game, that's all. They don't care about outsider money because they don't need outsider money, right? We're talking about Jane Street, Renaissance Technology, you know, maybe even like the Children's Fund, or like there's like half a dozen hedge funds that are like absolutely alpha kings, but like they're not taking your money because they don't need your money because they'd rather make money for themselves, right? Yeah, if you can get into one of those, fucking free real estate, but you can't. And so you're out here gambling with the other Luddites, you know, trying to figure out, oh, is this guy a good manager or not? Like, how's that any different than fucking picking a stock and saying this manager is a good CEO? Right? Like this whole, oh, you could find someone. No. You don't understand. In finance, it's just indexing. And if you're going to venture outside indexing, you better have a huge edge. Because otherwise, you're just wasting your time. Right? And my only virtue in that is that I know when I have an edge, and I know that usually I don't. And so then I know when I'm indexing versus when I'm actually buying stuff. Right? Any kind of alternative asset that I buy, it has a huge tax implication. And that's mostly why I'm doing it. Bro, capital to invest.
Get one guide. Don't let them get to you.
They're not getting to me. It's just
Okay.
Dumases need to be educated.
Well, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Look, like, you know what would be easier than hiring a fucking good investment manager? Fucking hiring someone to stream for you. That's got to be way easier. There's so many
Can we
people
do
who want to try
that?
fucking do it, you
There's
know?
gotta be a girl who's the camera in. They get a man.
No. Like chat is what it is. They can suck my dick. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Maybe it'll be streaming on my own channel. Maybe it'll be streaming with her. It'll be whatever I want it to be. And you know what? Whether you guys want it or not, I'm gonna drag you guys kicking and screaming into a fucking bigger community.
Oh, about time.
You know, like it's just gonna happen, right? And I'm done playing Mr. Nice Guy. I am who I am. I know who I am. Take it or leave it. Well, she's wrong then. Why would I've never said the words, I don't want to stream.
I didn't say
what?
he said that. I said I was worried because y'all are being so hostile to him that y'all make.
I didn't say anything
He
about
didn't say anything. It
y'all.
was me being worried.
She texted me and said, am I gonna swing by tonight and do the react thing? And I had shit to do anyways, so I took care of that real fast. But yeah, I mean, I don't really look. Y'all can think what you want. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. You're gonna keep watching. And if you don't, great. You know. But the community is gonna get bigger, whether I do it here or on another channel, right? Like I've sat around watching fucking people stream long enough as a literal occupation that like it's just nuts and bolts, right? And figuring out what works and what doesn't. Like the whole point is that like, you know, I feel like it would be highly beneficial to you, and it's one of the few markets, verticals, whatever, that isn't saturated. Name me one consistently entertaining e-girl. And you notice that they peak every 1 or 2 years.
Casey Tron.
And then the people who could do it, the Pokemanes, the Valky Rays, they don't stream nearly enough to hit the cadence that a guy does. And maybe they don't want that. I'm sure they don't. They don't care for like, you know, the XQC, Aiden Ross, those type of people careers, right? I understand that. But therein lies the opportunity. You know what? Why don't you just take a shot of tequila?
You know what we really need to do?
Less.
We really need to just lean into you know what? I was wrong. The tea community is correct. We should just lean into e-boys wearing wigs. I think that will really help invigorate the e-girl industry if we just start having e-boys and wigs get in the bikinis and start shaking some ass.
I don't even like I was saying, like finance is cool and it's interesting, but it's merely just a lens to kind of see the world through, right? Like, you don't actually want to be like finance brained too much, because I'm telling you right now, man, that shit is hard. Okay? And the thing that you come out with is that like most of those guys aren't as good as people think they are. They're just having, you know.
Which guys? I got lost.
Because like there's someone earlier who was just like, you could hire a investment manager for cheaper than our cost.
Oh, the finance guy.
It's like, you clearly don't understand how finance works.
I was still thinking about
right?
boys in bikinis. My bad.
Like, you don't understand how compounding interest works. Like, the type of guy you're talking about is either an RIA or like an alternative asset manager. And I don't know any RIAs that actually, like I literally know 0 RIAs who beat the market. Okay, 0. And there's a handful of hedge fund guys, but they charge such high rates that you're not beating it by much, right? And then also, like, I feel like you guys don't understand how 2 and 20 works. Hedge funds charge you 2% of the money you give them every year, and then 20% of the profits they make you. If you do that math in 10 years, that hedge fund has made more money than you've made if they've enjoyed even a moderate return. Right? That doesn't happen in our thing. Like when I invest her money, I don't end up with more of it than she does. So by default, we're doing better. You know, like it's pretty obvious. That's before you even look at the tax implications. Hedge funds don't fucking generally, they don't try to save you taxes. They literally just hammer out the returns they can. Taxes are the taxes. Right? So, yeah, chat. I mean, like, ultimately, I get it. Most people aren't really wired to be super, super, super driven, right? For me, Um, I find a lot of joy and happiness in not doing shit. Like, I veg around and like it's the fucking best thing ever. Like I have a million kind of interests and pursuits, right? Um, but if I'm gonna work, like I need it to be in a way where like nothing is off the table, right? Like we're going for this thing. We're not going to, take no for an answer. We're not going to, pull our punches, so to speak, right? It's all or nothing. And if we decide it's not worth the effort, then, I'm cool bowing out. It's fine.
I'm getting really tired. I'm trying the monster, but it's hard. Can we watch the video?
Gotcha.
You can always school them another day.
I mean, maybe we should watch it another day then, because...
If you want, we can. If you want to keep going on them, you can too. I just don't want to nod off and, like, ruin our monetization or whatever. I can walk around the background if you're having fun. That's fine. Just so I can stay awake.
I mean, do what you want to do, I guess. I don't have to do this either. I can just go.
Oh, well, I like having you here. But it's okay. Whatever you want.
Seedle, a horseshoe.
It requires more planning. We have to plan that out more.
It's one of those things I fucking hate, which is that, like, what, you gotta fucking prove the concept out, and then what? I start my own channel, I stream, then what? Huh? It ain't my fucking dream.
Yeah.
Like, I get to sit there and be like, yes, I was right. I knew I could do it. And it's like, cool, done. Never stream again.
Yeah, I try to explain that to them, that you're happy with the way things are right now.
I know it's hard for you guys to... Yeah, it's hard for them to understand, but it's like, I've said it before. Left to my own devices, I never would have done anything entrepreneurial. I would have worked at a big company and done some high leverage thing where it's like, you impact a lot of things via your work, right? That was my preferred way of doing it. But she wanted to do something entrepreneurial, the Princess Party thing.
Yeah.
Right? And so then off we went. Yeah. Both of our dreams. I don't think you get it.
No.
I mean, it's not even just, like, necessarily for her, right? I just like doing whatever it is at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
I find it exhilarating, like the level of competition and the intensity of it all, right? It's the same thing as the watches, the cars, watching, one of the Grand Slams, for tennis, right? Why are watches interesting? I think it's just because they're pushing the cutting edge of, miniature mechanical art. It's not practical, right? A digital watch, your phone, is practical. There's an artistry there, and, like, I just admire people pushing it to its limit. Same with Formula One, right? Literally, there's no reason for dudes to be in death machines, death chariots, fucking racing at 200 kilometers per hour. There's literally no reason, right? A plane goes faster than the fastest Formula One car. Like, what are they doing, right? It's to push and see what is possible. It's the same thing with the Olympics. No one needs to fucking throw a fucking metal ball, a couple dozen feet. What the fuck is that for? We have cannons, right? Like that's fucking useless.
Ego.
And so, like, in any of the things that she wants to do, like I've told her before, it's like I'm sure you could do it on your own, and you know, I'm happy for you to try, but if you want me to get involved, it's one of those like, you know, pedal to the metal type things, right? And I'm okay not being involved. I'm very okay not being involved, right? Man, the princess thing, I never really cared for that whatsoever.
You still helped anyway.
Yeah, but like it's like you know, because I already knew it's like, wow, like you have a Damocles sword over you because fucking Disney might sue you at any time. So if you get too successful, you're gonna get fucked, right? So you got to be like successful but not too successful.
Yeah.
And that's just like a
successful.
yeah, that's a terrible place to exist in. But we did it. I mean, like I literally think we plumbed the canopy of what you can do with that kind of company, right? Because a company to this day has the fucking Astros as, you know, clients, right? Like that's like the most you can really do before Disney just comes and smacks you down. I think it's just fun. And if you guys haven't done anything at near that level, you know, maybe you're in for a treat. You can say that you were here when it started. Do you ever think you're wrong, Nick, or are you always right? It depends on what you mean.
That's true.
I'm wrong all the fucking time, right? And I feel like I have a pretty frictionless mind in that, like, I don't mind being wrong, right? I always tell my employees, like, I would rather have the right answer than have everyone think that I have supplied the right answer, right? Being right, having the right answer, if that even exists, is far more important than being seen as smart or being seen as the kind of source of the good idea. Who cares? Like, anyone who's ever done anything right in life, they've accepted a thing, which is that ideas don't matter. It's all execution. Ideas literally don't matter. If you ever hear a guy saying, oh, I got an idea for a startup, and you're like, oh, what is it? And they're like, oh, I can't tell you. It's a secret. I don't want to share my idea. Fucking newbie. You're not going to go anywhere. Because he's still stuck on ideas. Ideas are plentiful. Everyone has them. Like, they're more plentiful than assholes. Right? Everyone has more than one idea. Right? They only have one asshole, generally speaking. And so, like, there's an infinite supply of ideas. But literally, there's, like, maybe, like, a couple hundred people who can execute at a high level. Right? The Elons of the world, the Jeff Bezoses. Like, that's what high-level execution looks like. You don't think a bajillion people had the idea to fucking sell shit online? Right? You know. Possible to feel anesthesia before. I don't know what that means. I gave out ideas. No, because he's always right, so he feels like a genius. Oh, yes. Always right. Always right.
When you're right, you're right.
I fucking, like, what, power walked my way to fucking, you know, 8-figure net worth. Enjoying myself the whole way through, right? If I wanted more, I could get it. But what would I do with it? I don't want anything else. Like, the only thing I could even remotely want, and that's still mostly because of you, is to fly private. This girl makes me carry all of her fucking bags.
Hey, I normally got it. My hands are just sore.
Sure, but, like, you chose to check your rolling suitcase, so I had to carry your bag.
Well, that's because you wanted us to stream on the layovers, okay? I don't have other options.
But,
I had to carry the IRL backpack.
Yeah, I just feel like private would be so much easier because then I wouldn't have to carry our own bags through the whole fucking airport.
It's true.
Or check them. Or fucking go to baggage claim. Or wait for them when they're lost, right? It's all practical shit. Hell, we won't have to do all this crazy permitting to get a dog on a plane. Just like, oh, Knox, Princess? Yeah, just walk right on.
Two Hands says they chartered their planes whenever.
No, you can charter, but that's what I'm saying. Like when I say private, I don't mean like necessarily owning the plane.
Mm-hmm.
It means chartering, right? But unless you're gonna charter dead legs, it's what, $30,000 to $60,000 per trip. That ain't. I'm not even joking, man. If you're gonna do like a fucking a mid-sized or bigger, I have friends who do the King or the fucking the King Air, right? But that's a fucking propeller plane. I don't want to fucking ride in a propeller plane. It's fucking adds an hour to your journey. You know? And it's fucking uncomfortable as fuck. Like, if you're gonna do it, it has to be like a G4, Citation X, something like that, right? Yeah. And then you can just be like, yo, dogs, get on board, right? My bird Bagon can just sit in one of the seats, right? Is that meme where like there's a cartoon of a duck looking out, sitting in a airplane seat, looking out at the other ducks flying in a V, and he's like, poor boys. Is that? Let me see if I can find that.
Here,
Fuck.
okay, there you go. Well, hold on. Pause the video because it's going to start playing. There
Oh.
you go.
Goddamn, this keyboard. Oh my god, you have one of these sponsorship keyboards?
Yeah, because my other keyboard got
What the
sticky.
fuck, dude?
And we had it already?
Just, I think we literally have a supply closet full of fucking keyboards.
Yeah, that's where I got this one from.
This one's terrible though.
Okay, well,
We
I
only
didn't
used it
mind
because they were paying us.
Well, I mean, if
Fucking,
you have a
what the
better
hell?
one,
No, I mean, just tomorrow, Thursday, so cleaners aren't here. I mean, just go in the office tomorrow because Jacob knows where all the new keyboards are.
okay.
This thing's terrible. Fuck, can't find it. Oh well, whatever. Fuck.
I don't have a preference on keyboards, chat. I literally asked Jacob if
Bro,
keyboards were, and he said the closet, and I grabbed
How
one.
can you be a gamer and not have a preference on your peripheral?
Because I believe that the skill lies within the gamer and not the hardware.
God damn it! Do we have to fucking dominate the esports scene now too? Oh, we're gonna have to bring back the fucking StarCraft shit.
I just adapt. Okay. It's called Get Good.
Yeah, I mean these things are they're pretty mid.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Literally, we gave all of these to our employees because they gave us a whole stack of them as like demo. I literally was handing them out like hotcakes. Yeah, you gotta get yourself some kind of like.
Sure, I don't really care. 'Cause I'm not like out here trying to beat, Shroud. But if you have a better keyboard in the closet, sure.
If you're gonna game at all, you're gonna have to beat Shroud.
Oh, of course I am. Why don't you just marry Shroud instead? He can wear a red wig for you.
If you're
I'm
gonna
sure
bother
he's great at sucking
to
dick.
play Marvel
He
Rivals,
looks like he'd be good at sucking dick.
you have to play at a higher level than Shroud. Shroud is like the baseline, okay? That's like the bare minimum, right? You start at that level or higher. Open your DMs, Nick, on that new Twitter. Talking shit, bro? Okay, fine. I'll read your DM. Oh, wait. That's her DMs. Where the fuck is my
It's
Twitter?
about the same.
Okay, here's my Twitter.
I'm sure we both have.
Oh, I forgot.
talking
Wait,
shit.
what? They deleted my fucking thing?
Damn, it's harsh.
They delete my Caseytron picture off Twitter?
Oh no. it's
Oh no,
just
just
a
someone
dude.
deleted their comment about it.
Oh. It's beautiful.
Y'all saw it already, right?
I was hoping you would do something more like my version, though.
God damn. Alright, let's see what someone DM'd me. No one has sent me any message. Interesting. Dude, I've never even looked at Marvel Rivals. I'm just gonna say Iron Man because I like Iron Man. Oh. How the fuck do I open my DMs? You see, and y'all say I fucking tweet for her. I don't even know how fucking Twitter works. It's all theoretical. I just tell people what to tweet. It's so funny watching me try to use Discord. I'm like a boomer. I'm like, someone pull this DM up.
Yeah.
Settings and privacy. Security. Do you know how to turn on fucking DMs?
Mm-mm.
Shit. Privacy and safety.
Direct messages.
Oh, here we go.
Everyone.
Allow messages from no one is the check mark. Everyone. That's it?
Let's make sure to actually save. Yeah, I guess so.
We're good. Okay. So anyways, in this video, you'll see that, like, you know, destiny is not the, you know, end all be all, right? Especially not for things like this. And
Destiny, a bitch. I said it.
Like, he might know a lot about, like, politics and policy and, you know, maybe even, although I don't think anyone really understands economics as thoroughly as they imply. But, like, certainly he does not understand how this works, right?
Hold on, I need to wear sunglasses too, so we can both look like Andrew Tate.
I don't think he does. No, he has no fucking idea, right? Because, like, I watched a little bit of it with her earlier, and I was like, no, stop. We can't watch the rest. We have to fucking react to this. Because it's like, they're like, oh my God, they're bad at telling stories, or whatever. And then, like, I'll read you the fucking letters and the fucking text I got from, like, literally, you know, the Special Response High Command, you know, the Chief of Police in Houston. Like, they're all like, we love the Aiden interview. You guys are like the most composed and, you know, and I'll just read the comments when we get there.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do it. Tell me when you're ready.
Almost. See, this is from, like, literally Chief of Police. I watched the whole Aiden Ross interview. Y'all did excellent. We're going to get you to legit police levels of confidence with weapons and muscle memory. Let me see, what else did he say? Oh, and then he continued, I liked the therapy conversations y'all were having. You need peer support, people who encourage you for doing the right things. We're going to reinforce that. Just keep moving forward. Yeah, like, they all loved the Aiden Ross interview. They thought it was the most concise storytelling for an incident like that they've ever seen. You know? I mean, if you think about it, have you watched other people give their stories?
No, they usually die.
Well, I mean, like, the ones who survive, it's like fucking, like, disjointed and fucking, and obviously, because it's a fucking terrifying situation, right? None of those fucking stories are cogent. Ours is actually literally followable, you know?
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
When will you? Is it when someone gets arrested? That's when you'll cough it up?
All four
Maybe.
have been arrested.
Will that be like if someone gets arrested, you're like, all right, it was real.
Well, I'd have to see, because people were arrested in the Jussie Smollett thing.
Smollett.
When we get good evidence that this was a real thing. Did you see the thing today? Guys, link it. Or control
Yes, I saw.
No,
like,
I want to watch the security camera footage. And the kick explanation. Go. Control F Amaranth. He's got it in here. Yeah. Oh, no. This is really funny, too, but I don't
That's a
know.
hell of a tagline.
Wait, open it. It might be. Okay, wait, yeah. Wait, okay, top left, click it.
Good lord.
Which one? This one?
Hey,
Can you see it now?
hey.
Hello.
What's up, Amaranth's husband? Nice to meet you.
Hi, how's it going?
You're a real warrior. You're a good husband, man. You know, you were brave that night. Good shit.
everyone says that, but really, I credit her with saving both of our lives because, like, look, put myself
the
in her
part I
shoes.
believe you're
I don't
lying
know
on.
if
Bro,
I'd be
this is
clear
cringe.
thinking
It's the fans that really make it happen.
to formulate a plan and to basically lead them to where someone might have a firearm or who can help, right?
What?
This is not making me feel good.
No,
about
go
my
ahead. No. This is really good, actually. I haven't heard this before, and this is actually helping your side a lot. Go ahead.
They're
This is-
basically
no, no,
saying
I
this
feel
is
good.
terrible
No, it's good, it's good.
storytelling.
I still feel
It's like-
comfortable with it.
You should. Go ahead, keep
Okay,
playing.
like, do you honestly
Try the double
follow
sonic
the
smash
Taken
and that
plot
half-price
better?
drink in the app.
Yeah, it's not a story. It's true.
My name is
So it shouldn't sound like a story because we're just telling what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not like a once upon a time.
Because, like, a lot of people make a big thing about how, oh, well, she doesn't have scars or whatever. It's like, they were pistol whipping her, and so she called me when it happened, and we can go into the story in a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I was actually on the phone with her when they shot the door twice and then kicked it in, right?
All right.
I heard all of that, and then I heard, them walking up and then yelling their demands. And for a lot of that, I'm just hearing it on speakerphone, and I'm like, the structure over, right? And so that gave me just a...
Okay, scroll down a little, and let's listen to this one.
I called him and I said, "Did you hear that?" He said, "No, what?" It's like I heard loud bangs coming from downstairs. And he said, "Oh, it's probably the dogs, because we have dogs that jump on the patio table and on the kennels, and so they're always making sounds."
That sound like
I
guns.
felt like it was a lot louder than the dogs normally are, so I told him I'm going to lock the doors just in case. And so I locked my balcony door, and then I locked my bedroom door too. And then I laid back down, trying to just maybe it was the dogs. And then I hear more loud bangs coming from my bedroom door that I just locked. And so I called him and I said, "Hey, is that you trying to come in because I locked the door?" And he's like, "No, it's not me." And I said, "Well, someone's trying to come in."
You've never called your wife to see, "Hey, honey, just checking. Is that you at the door that's pounding on it right now? Is that you?" No, go, I believe that. Go ahead. Keep going.
The thing is that a gunshot is pretty unmistakable. How it's not like, was that the dog jumping on the table?
well, they didn't
Well,
shoot
I don't
the
actually know. I don't know what
fucking-
a
Are we
gunshot
switching
sounds
roles?
like.
Are we?
They broke it.
Well, it could have been cars backfiring a lot.
I don't know if cars backfire like that.
I don't know if this is a JDAM moment. I don't know if I could
Bro, you
reliably
guys
pick out
know-
the difference in sound between
But like,
gunfire.
actually, I don't even know if you tell chat this.
What?
Whenever you ask me, "Hey, what was that noise?" and it's like, either sounds like a shot or a car backfired. Do they know you're asking me that?
I
Because she asks me all
What
the
do you mean, do they
goddamn
know?
time. Because I guess this is like a super dodgy spot in Houston or something, right? Like probably at least once or twice a month, you're like, "Did you hear that? Sound like shots." You literally tell me that.
yeah.
Fucking
I
once
do
or
hear
twice
shots.
every month.
Yeah.
And
heard
so to
shots
answer-
tonight, actually.
Yeah, to answer this, it's like, nah, it ain't that fucking rare.
Yeah.
Hearing shots is literally like it's probably one of the more frequent things that you text me. Like, "Did you hear those? It sounded like shots."
Yeah.
And some of the times I'm literally like, I think it's a car backfiring, or it's like, I think it's someone using a nail gun,
Yeah.
right? Or drilling something across the street. And then other times it's like, nah, yeah, like I heard screeching of tires. Someone did a drive-by across there's like a poor neighborhood down the surface street over here. And so it's like, it's pretty wild out here, man. But like the thought process previously was that like, well, we have a pretty secure looking compound at least. They probably don't want to fuck around here, right? And that's been true up until this incident. But no, like hear gunshots all the time, or things that could be gunshots.
Yeah.
I guess it's nice to live in wherever they're at, where that never happens.
I probably only heard a pistol fire like 2 or 3 times in my life outside of like a gun range without hearing protection on.
It's really loud.
Sure.
It's like an M80 going off.
Yeah, but if you're like 2
Not
floors
outdoors.
removed and it's outside and upstairs, I don't know if it
How
would
would
sound
you react if
significantly-
N80 went off in the hallway? Do you think it would be like, oh, that dog jumping on the table again? Or
Oh, you mean like when they were shooting in the hallway?
Yeah.
Oh, she said that's afterwards. This is the gunshots.
I
remember
thought they shot to go into the. Didn't they shoot to break into?
Yeah,
the,
but the first thing she heard were the shots to get into the downstairs.
Yeah, the shots.
Yeah. But I don't know. She's get a huge house. She could be like 2 floors and 3 doors.
Are we talking like the
between.
White House here or something?
It's Texas. They get massive house. She literally ran her second house on her own property, right? Keep going. Go ahead.
And as soon as I said that, they were like shooting the door, kicking it down, and then 3 guys came into my bedroom. It was dark at first, and they turned on all the lights, and then they pointed the gun at me while I was in bed, said, stand up, stand up. And so I went into the corner of the room where there's a chair, and they were kind of like, all 3 of them surrounding me, and I was sitting in the chair, like not sure what to do in this situation. They kept saying, where's the crypto? Where's the crypto? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, where is it? And then they said, hit her. And so I knew they were about to hit me, and so I actually took boxing classes like a year or 2.
Yeah, no, this tracks. They're trying to get the crypto. They know that's what they're there for. Now, it might seem like they're a little bit discombobulated right now, but they're trying to like daze and confuse her so that she can't get her bearings. And then her boxing training kicks on.
I feel like
Okay.
I just wish that Amaranth would not
Nope.
say anything.
Keep going. I'm still here. I'm still on it so far.
I'm
Like I think
still-
you get a good $50 bet.
Listen, this is like investing in intel.
So they
we're
bet to
we're
see
in for the long haul.
if it was real or
We
not.
will be
Destiny
vindicated
betted
in the
that
end.
We will be. Okay,
it's
keep
not
going.
real,
So instinctively,
and
I
Dan
was putting
bet
my
that it
hands
was
like
real,
this, and
but they
that's why
bet
you don't
$50.
see it on my head, actually.
Oh,
Like, it's,
see?
I blocked my head. I actually had like stitch lacerations and like some stitches. It's like in my hairline. So that's why you can't see it, but we have the documents for it. But it hides pretty well since my hair was already red, so the blood kind of blended in. But I have like
Non-believers.
this part of my hand too, because my fists were like this.
Hurts.
And so it was one guy on this side who hit my head at first, and then the other one had the pointed to my head, and they kept saying, "Where's the crypto?" And every time that I didn't, like, I guess give it to them, I was like, "I don't know how to give that to you. It's digital." They hit me again from the other side. and they
It's
hit me
digital.
9 times, and
Pause. What's wrong with
you
that?
know what? I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
Pause.
it's digital. Yeah. What?
They're like, give me your rust.
Bro, if someone woke Destiny up in the middle of the night and started hitting him over the head with a pistol, how rational do you think he'd be?
He's a fucking bitch. I don't know.
Right? Like he's like criticizing like someone's like disjointed thoughts because they got drug out of bed and someone's hitting them. You know, it's like let's back out real fast. Like what he thinks he's gonna be debate bro while this fucking thug is just pounding on him with a pistol and another one has one pointed to him. It's pretty unrealistic, I feel. Right? Like I feel like anything you say in that moment to try and buy yourself some time or just, you know, pause the beating is like probably, you know, to your credit. Yeah, I mean, they probably thought it was in like a Trezor cold wallet, you know, cold storage thing. Yeah.
Punisher mask skin now. I'm like, what do you? I can't. It's not tradable. It's not marketable. You know, I'm on a 6-day cooldown. I can't.
She's blocking. One guy's got a gun in her head. She's doing her karate blocks on the other. Okay, keep going. We're on. You're good. You're good.
Run and lead them.
Oh no, go back a little bit because now she's giving us the heroic plan. Okay.
Run and lead them to where crypto could be, because they're just gonna keep hitting me if I don't.
Right.
Where the
And
crypto
I'm not
could
actually-
be.
And so I was just said, "Oh, I know where it is. Hold on, I'll take you there. You can have all of it." And so I was leading them. I went downstairs and I went out to the driveway, and I just ran across to the lounge where he was. And I went up the stairs. There's like an L stairs. So they can't see him until they're already within line of sight. And he told me to get down. And so I like hugged the side of the wall, and he shot 3 bullets right past me. And
3,
shot
not
the
5.
guys actually.
Those were footsteps we heard.
I got another break aside from my timestamp one before. My timestamp argument, by the way, already disproved this whole thing, but I just thought of another huge. Oh, and here's some more story. Oh, click. There's another link in chat. I just thought of another story break moment though.
Oh boy.
Ready? Oh my God. This might blow this all open.
Okay.
How the did her husband know to camp out in the second house with a firearm, waiting for her to run into the...
Maybe he's like me. Defend it, Dan. Maybe he likes to be in his cuck shed all day because he doesn't want to be there when his wife is like...
Because at no point did they ever make a plan, I don't think. Because she's saying, like...
So, this is incorrect. We have done, like, literally one time a thing where, and I think it was when they installed it, we walked over to where the safe is, and it's like, this is the panic room. You just close it and turn, and then the motor kicks on with the air. And inside there's a little fob that if you press, supposedly the police come. Although I don't quite believe it anymore. So basically, the building that I'm in, which is this building right here, but like fucking down that way, right? Because it's pretty long. That's the only place it could be. In fact, the only way to basically go straight into either the panic room or, up towards where my lounge is the same door, right? And in my mind, it was like, where else would they take her? Where else would she lead them to? Mm-hmm. Like there's nothing else on the property, that could remotely offer a contingency plan, right? And then the other thing is, I'll let it play a little more.
Oh, is that you?
No, he was just over there.
Exactly. So he just waited the whole time, posted up, like, I know she'll run here eventually. Imagine if you were just waiting.
From the time the door busted down to like the time I shot the guy was like 4 minutes and 54 seconds or something like that. Less than 5 minutes. And I think we should time it one day, but like if you try to sprint from the lounge all the way to the master, how long do you think it would take?
I don't know. It's hard to sprint on the stairs, so maybe like a couple minutes.
Yeah, it'd be easily 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And so you're talking an actual elapsed time, a delta of like 2 minutes, a minute, 30 seconds, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it happens fast. Like when we tell the story, it's like each of us telling our part, and then, you're like, oh my God, it took like 20, 25 minutes to tell the story, right? But then you got to divide that, in half because each of us are telling our piece. And then also it's just like it takes a lot longer to tell something like that than it does to actually do something like that, right?
Yeah.
Even talking about like, okay, they came into the gym and then she rounded the stairs and then I yelled, get down, and then she got down and then they all turned the corner at the same time and then I fired 3 shots. Just me saying that was way longer than it took for it to happen, right? So that's why it elongates the perception of the time that the thing took place in, but like super fucking fast. I mean, just like with sex, most people they overestimate how long like an actual firefight or a military, like a little gun battle amongst troops takes. It's like blindingly fast, right? And it's over. In the movies, it looks like, it's like fucking D-Day and everyone's, hunkered down and it's like this constant thing. But like in actuality, the firefight is like fucking 2 minutes, if that.
For an hour while they just her. And then he's like, honey, are you coming? And she's just... Oh, wait, they explain, keep watching. Oh, okay, wait. No, here. No. Finish the other one.
I did finish the other one.
Go back to the other one. Did you finish it?
Yes. This Is Us. I did. We finished watching it. It's done.
You're lucky. Okay, go wait. What was that one?
Actually,
Wait, this isn't even right. This is her husband beefing. Go to the VOD we clicked.
What? This? No, not this. This is us. This right here. Yes?
Yeah.
Because when you call the cops, And like I remember, so I was the
Wait, pause, hold on, real quick. Wait, let me say this real quick.
She had.
Hold on. Chat's saying that they said it 3 minutes ago. When did they say 3 minutes ago that she told him that I'm planning on running over to bring them with me?
The part where
Nice
she's
typing,
still on the
idiot.
fucking phone with me, and I can hear that they're moving and she's taking them somewhere.
I feel like I'm gonna be right. They're just really shitty storytellers. That's it.
No.
You see,
They're just milking
that
it. Like,
statement
they actually-
directly contradicts every fucking call, text, or whatever
Yeah.
I get from every single person who's knowledgeable, and even including like the gun tubers that we collabed with the other day, who literally have seen tons of combat, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do they think these stories go? You know?
Yeah, it's not actual story, right? It's a recalling of true events.
See, this is my example of like Destiny, in this type of situation, doesn't seem like he can argue his way out of a wet paper bag. Right? It's because this is not to his strength. He doesn't have any experience in this element, right? He's not analyzed many of these situations, right? It's like watching a movie for him, right? It's a one and done. So why would he have kind of any actually variant insight?
Ignore that guy. He's been going crazy. Not worth. All right. Want to continue?
No, the home security, we already are getting a bespoke system installed that's like just literally for our property, and that's it, right? Like with like AI monitoring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. Okay. Here we go. This right here.
Her phone.
Yeah, they took my phone.
And also for a while there, it was just on speaker so that I could hear. So when I called the police, I remember starting to say it, and I was like, God damn it, like, because every time we get swatted, I ask them, like, what do they even say? And it's always something ridiculous, like, hostage situation, husband has a gun, some crazy thing. And so I'm sitting here being like, hey, there's a hostage situation. Like, I just sound like another guy, and I could tell, because, if you get called out every month, every other month, you start to be like, it's going to be another, prank call. And so I could tell, because the dispatch person doing his job was starting to ask me, like, okay, hold on, slow down. And I'm just like, you got to send people now. And he's like, well, let's establish some things. Like, you are who again? And it's just like, I was just like, okay, so like, the easiest way is like, if we can get a tweet out there, there will be like, a couple hundred at least fans calling the local PD.
I want to face my wife's killers. You can't do what I do no matter how much I train you. You're not a...
Okay, there are so many things. So firstly, if the dispatcher is going to stop and talk to you for a moment, they've already dispatched police to your house. Okay, number one.
That is not true.
Yeah. He doesn't know.
That is not true.
He's never been in this situation.
Like, maybe in fucking a certain part of Miami, maybe, but like, they have full, so a lot of the times these call centers for the emergency thing, right, they're not, like, they're contracted. And so each call center has its own policy, right? While I believe there are some that, like, a call will equal an officer, that doesn't work in certain metro areas when there are way more calls per night than available officers, right? And Houston is one of those, generally speaking. Yeah, so no, if you don't give the information, they're not, like, they have to establish that there is an emergency. That's like the main thing, right? And in this particular case, where we are known to have been swatted, it's very hard to establish that there's an emergency because it would mean establishing that it is real versus what it usually is, which is not real, right? But like, you've called the cops before when we had the Estonian stalker. 33 minutes.
Yeah, it took
You
way
tell
too
me
long.
they sent someone when we first called,
Yeah.
right? Like, it was in the fucking suburbs. The police station's probably like 5 minutes away. It took them 33 minutes,
Yeah.
right? Clearly, they wait until they know or think that there is a urgent situation.
Yeah. No, they do.
Two, they're probably just talking to get more information about the situation to make sure that you stay calm. It's not like they're trying to verify, well, is this actually a thing going on right now? Or is this not like... Also,
If you
the
get
idea that,
swatted,
we're
it
gonna tweet
is.
other hundreds of fans will start calling the police department? What?
And there's a number of calls where you hit a threshold where they can't pretend that it's...
This is not true. There's a number... the way to get the police to your house is to DDoS the police department.
Hold on. DDoS the police department. You mean that at that moment, at 11:55 or whatever p.m., 10:55 p.m., right? There were like 5 other fucking armed burglaries happening at that exact same moment, and the police resources were squandered on, whoever called and kind of pushed our situation, right? Like, no, like, what the fuck? Like, that was the only fucking situation happening at that fucking moment.
Yeah.
Like, where else would they need to be? Like, who else would they need to get a call from? Right? Like,
Yeah.
like what? Like, bro, you get into a situation where you have triple home invaders. I bet you would want every available unit within whatever vicinity go in your direction, right? Like, whatever that takes. Be it DDoSing, be it spamming, be it cussing. That's so ridiculous.
By getting a ton of people to call? No.
Swatting, right? If 10 people call about an incident, at some point you get a critical mass and then you get the responders. And luckily they did. They did some kind of thing where it's like all the cops in a vicinity were routed to go over there, like it just kind of swarmed the place, right?
How long did it take for the police to come?
Is that a birdie?
From the start of the call, so there was 2 separate calls. One where it was before I got them, I called the police in the time that they were heading over, but it was a very short call because, they're literally walking across the driveway, right? Then I called them back right after, so I shot the guy, and then there's a moment where I could either chase after them or, kind of pull her up the stairs and lock the door, and that's the one I chose. I pulled her up the stairs, locked the door, and I told her to just hide because it's a fairly big space up there, and then I just stood guard at the door because, fog of war in the moment, you don't know that they're not gonna come back and do a second pass. Like,
Wait, doesn't he have cameras though where you can see if they all ran away?
there's
Fog of
3
war.
guys with guns. You shoot
Yeah,
one
Destiny
of
wouldn't
them.
know anything about that.
What are the other 2 gonna do, right? And so
Don't they have cameras? I thought we said they had cameras the whole time.
my thought was like, this is still an active situation.
Bro, you try to use the Nest camera and you tell me, like, 5-second delay, 30-second delay, no idea which, right? Like you don't know if you're seeing real time or if you're seeing like almost a minute ago. Also, like, I just shot a guy and this is like fucking 4 seconds later. Like, I ain't fucking looking face down on my phone. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I'm standing behind the door with a gun, like, holy shit, they're about to, come back. Like, what the fuck?
And got back on the phone with the cops while I was kind of, watching the door, which I locked and was standing behind with a gun. And from that second call, they were pretty fast. Like, it was like maybe 8 minutes tops, right? The first squad car showed up, and then they just kept showing up one after another after that. Yeah.
And it's crazy. You were taking a shit. You didn't have time to wait. You got up. You put the camera on. You had the gun ready. You did all this so quick. You literally reacted perfectly. Like, you did this all like.
Wait, so do they say in here when they made the plan to have her lure the people to the second house? I just want to hear it. Is that question ever asked, or?
Off instinct. This is just
We didn't
Nick,
make a
you did your
plan.
thing, man. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Literally,
you did.
did your thing.
And it was still floating in the toilet when the cops were walking through that.
Shit in your ass?
No,
That
it was
was
just
true.
like you could tell I dropped it in there, you know. And so the cops were like they'd look in there and be like, all right, well that part of the story checks out.
No, that's funny. That's funny. Dude, this is some shit you hear in a movie,
Yeah,
TV
it's
show.
crazy.
Like, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it felt like a Liam Neeson movie, right? Like her being on
Liam
the phone
Neeson?
call and you hear
Liam Neeson?
It's like Taken.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's my favorite.
This is fuck.
and that it's
I preferred him when he was
SWAT,
Liam
right?
Dotson,
It's
though.
10 people call.
That's a
about
vintage
These guys
joke.
didn't know to expect anybody else
Okay, hold on, wait. Let me just look at this one part. One second.
for therapy because we just had to like stay in hotels while we're
Odell's?
for security.
That's
reasons.
O'Doul's. Non-alcoholic
Happened to you
beverage.
guys. It's a bad incident, but you guys are, thank God, nothing. And again, like I know they'll probably tell you that, and real one, Nick, you're a real one though. You know you were prepared to literally go out there and die for your girl, and
Except he didn't go out there. He
you're a
waited
real
inside.
one, bro. You know, so that's awesome. That's so awesome that you did
Fucking
that.
waited like
How long
2
ago you watched
hours
this
for y'all to finally
Amaranth video?
show
Like,
up.
What?
I said I waited 2 hours for y'all to finally show up.
Oh,
You guys,
I'm confused. What?
the robbers.
Oh.
I was over there waiting to be a hero. You know,
Oh.
just fucking waiting. Almost fell asleep.
Yeah. Well.
I've covered this already with you guys, but basically it's like this, right? Like, we can go into a critical assessment of like time, but like ultimately speaking, they have a gun to their head, right? I'm not, if they actually were going to do something like that was what they're gonna do, I'm not gonna get over there in time, right? And so the idea is you have to look at it like not just with how fast can you react, but also what the probability of you reacting is to be successful, right? Because it's like I could shave off every fucking second and just run across butt naked with no gun, right? But I'm pretty sure the investment in typing the code, you know, pulling it out, taking the gun out, you know, making sure there's one in the chamber, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure that's good prep time, right? Because what is that, like 5 seconds maybe? You know? And adding the gun already increases the odds of success, right?
Yeah.
Slipping on the Kevlar, more percentages, right, for mere seconds. And so then, like, you know, as I'm going across, you know, going down the stairs, it's like, if they're coming over here, that means they're not going to harm her because they still want something,
Right.
right? They still need something. And if that's the case, then where is she going, right? That's all the thought process that was needed. But they came so fast that I wasn't even expecting it. Right, like I knew they were coming, but I figured they would like kind of look around a little bit, but they just straight lined upstairs, downstairs, across the living room, across the driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're
You're
right.
gonna have to
My
pay
bad.
me $50.
No, first of all, no, I'm right. This is the fakest thing in the fucking world.
No, they just suck at doing it. That's it.
You believe this story?
I think that they're doing the world's worst job at making it believe real, making it
Sorry.
seem to be real, but
Yeah.
it is real. I'm a believer. I think it happened.
Simon doesn't have the security camera footage. Oh, you need to see the security camera footage. It's 12 seconds. Don't worry. I know it's not Hassan video, but it's okay. I think they shout Dan Clancy at the end, so you'll like it, okay?
They better.
Real quick,
What the
give me
fuck?
the security camera, the 12-second security camera footage.
They better. I'm gonna be really upset if they don't shout Dan Clancy.
Oh boy.
And they had a dog attack. Oh my god. Okay, there you go.
All right, we're moving on to our next segment. That's enough, Amaranth. Who asked?
That was mostly it.
So
Basically
excited
just
for book club. See you tonight. Bye.
I don't know how people say y'all did play this battle. I mean, we just told what happened. There's no. How do you play it badly when you're just saying this happened to me?
Okay, so when you say that, Doc Stain, how many of these stories have you heard from survivors or victims or whatever? Point me to a better one. Like, if you're just saying, like, objectively it's bad, it's like, well, objectively, you've never been in that situation, right? Like, these things aren't made for the narrative. Like, real-life criminals, they can act erratic, and then anytime you're breaking in to someone's house, I feel like it's almost impossible to map out, how people react, what will they do, when will they do it.
Sounds suspicious. Maybe because it was a crime. Yes, crime typically does sound suspicious because there are suspects involved. Correct. Okay.
Oh, that's silly. Yeah, I mean, all 4 are apprehended and charged, and they're awaiting trial. Who's the criminal? You or the people who you pay to act?
What the fuck? Why would I pay someone to beat me up, and then why would anyone get paid for us to shoot them, you dumbass? The fuck? If I was gonna pay somebody, I would just, why would I involve violence at all?
I will say this: if you're willing to get
The
shot,
fuck?
though, you're probably a pretty good employee. Elon doesn't even get away with that. No one ever saw evidence of it.
Literally,
You haven't watched?
you haven't watched the security footage. I was literally going to the ambulance with fucking bandages around my head.
Yeah.
The fuck, bro? Maybe you never saw, but that doesn't mean nobody ever did. Everyone at the house did. The hospital did. The detective did. The EMS team did. The fuck?
Yeah, there's literally a video of her, like with the wraparound bandages, escorted by EMS and all that, right? Like, that's literally been given to the news. And, like, it's ran, like, 3 or 4 times, 3 or 4 different, like, programs, right? The Inside Edition, fucking Fox, fucking, like, so you just haven't done your research. And it's silly that you're actually weighing in here without having actually looked at the actual presented evidence.
In fact, I think it's one camera is crazy when we have literal footage of multiple cameras.
Wow.
The brain rot is real.
There's like 23 cameras. What the fuck? Bro, you don't understand, do you? Like, we showed one camera because they didn't want us to show some of the other ones that were being used as, potentially leverage of information, for evidence. Does that make sense?
Like a whole fucking document with
yeah, like if you
multiple clips.
Yeah, it's the whole old thing of like, you know how like in every murder mystery it's like that dumb little catch where it's like someone goes, "Oh shit, how are you? I heard you got robbed," and it's just like, what? The police report said there was an incident. No one said anything about being robbed. It's like information asymmetry is a huge way, you can kind of get a criminal to accidentally let on more. And so for that reason, they told us, legally we can do whatever we want, but they would prefer that we did not release any footage that showed the actual incident, meaning the video of where he got shot, right? Or actually getting shot, and video of like them, upstairs literally shooting the door. We have video of them literally, it's kind of dark, but you see the gun flash and they shoot the door twice and they fucking kick it in. We have videos of that, right? But the whole point is, if you put that out there, Now they're fucking aware that there are a fuck ton of security cameras. And now the guys that they're looking to apprehend are all acting differently if you do that, right? I mean, she showed it 3 different times to news. There's really stitches across, unless you think that's just like for
I
funsies.
literally have the fucking hospital documents, so.
What about fucking stitches? He's got stitches in her for fun, right? Anyone will put in those stitches, right? Just costs a few dollars. They literally, she showed the stitches in the video.
I'm sorry that I didn't take a selfie of it when I was in the hospital and be like, just got stitches, by the way, feeling cute. Thought I'd snap a pic. The fuck? Not sure what y'all want. Doesn't sound realistic what you want.
But we gave a huge chunk of footage, some of it not yet seen, to Grand Thumb to put in his video.
Your fault nobody believes. I think most people believe. You're just brain rotted, that's all. Or maybe you're reading brain rotted comments. I'm pretty sure 99% of people who see the news reports believe. Oh yeah, we streamed with Grand Thumb.
Yeah, we filmed the video. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but we filmed the whole video with him. He's great, super nice guy. He's one of the people who it's like 2 people on YouTube that I'd like to meet. And I think I might get to meet both of them by next week.
No.
One was Grand Thumb.
It was pretty fun.
He took us to dinner after too. Yeah, he's great. My friends always link me his videos saying, you should buy this gun.
Mm-hmm.
I do think, though, that a lot of the more outspoken people in your community will probably churn out. Because, like, it's pretty obvious, like, they're just looking for any reason to try and hate. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm going to give them some reasons. Because fuck them. Like I said, I'm going to drag you guys to a bigger community, even if I have to do it kicking and screaming. You guys are going to make more friends. Okay? Look to your left, look to your right. There's about to be a whole lot more of you. I'm going to force y'all to have friends.
Just make sure they're actually good friends and not fake friends like what I have.
Might makes right. It's the law of the internet. Well, I mean, like, you know, I feel like it was super, super obvious when it's like, it's whatever. Like, it's her channel, so obviously a lot of y'all take her side. But, like, I don't gotta fucking do this. I don't gotta do this streaming thing, you know? I don't really care for it personally. I think it's very fun now that I've done it. But, like, I never really wanted to be in front of the camera in the first place, right? So, like, you know, my condition for doing it is literally, like, we're gonna push it and see where we can take it. Which means making incremental improvements, right? Because why would you, like, she can stream just fine on her own, right? And, like, I get some of you might be like, well, you know, we like what she currently does. And that might be true, but it still doesn't change the fact that, like, this group of people used to be a hell of a lot bigger. Right? And I don't think, obviously, if you have like 10,000 people watching you and then one day you have like, 1,000 or however many are here, that means that 9,000 concurrent viewers, probably like 70,000 people a day, decided that they're not going to watch you anymore. And so while the people who are still here might be appreciative of what you're streaming, clearly, the writing is on the wall. People are kind of voting with their feet, right? And so for me, if she wanted to do what she's been doing, then she should just do that. But if she wants to do something that's different, more interesting, really push it more, try really hard to actually make something differentiated, then I'm willing to help, but only if we're doing something like that. I don't want to just kind of help and we're just kind of doing the same thing, because she can already do this thing well enough. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? Do it good or don't do it at all. That's true. I mean, she can always revert back. Like, reverting back is the easy part, right? Doing this step change is fucking hard. Look, ultimately, chat is going to fall in line, right? I want you guys to have a good time. But at the same time, I'm kind of tired of the it's like there's going to be a number of you guys who agree with her on any issue no matter what, right? Objectively, that's fine. Right? But, like, doesn't make you right. Okay? Yeah, I really think that, it's worth doing. What do you think? Should I just do it on my own fucking channel?
I don't like extremes. I think you could try to do some stuff on your channel, because it'd be kind of cool if you did like cigar and finance
Bro,
podcasts.
I just fucking said it's all or nothing.
No. I'm just saying, like, if you still want to do yours, because you had talked about doing like a cigar podcast, like finance stuff with your finance friends. I think that'd be kind of cool. But I still enjoy our streams together. I think that's more fun than me streaming alone.
That's fine. Like, I don't mind streaming in two different places. That's not what I meant. I just meant that, like, if I'm going to do it at all, like, anytime I'm doing it, it's not going to be like, oh, on my own channel, I'm going to stream seriously. And on your channel, I'm just going to, like, dick around or just kind of, like, veg out, right? That's not what I mean. I mean, like, it's going to have the same intensity on both channels. Like, like, it's just incidental which channel I'm on. There's not going to be a single channel that's like, oh, I'm chilling.
Right.
I'm just chilling today, guys. That's never going to be a thing. So, like,
Sure.
You guys in chat and then Kate just need to decide what y'all want to do.
No, I think it's better what you're saying. We should have curated fun programs planned. I think it is hard though for, I guess, you to plan it, because you have to pick up so much slack that, lackluster employees have left behind.
Well, I don't need to, like, I could still pick it. It's just that, like, look, if we go to the place where it's like, oh, I'm planning the streams, and then I'm on the streams, and then I'm trying to push for better content on streams, then where is the part that's her?
Well, yeah, I think that, like, obviously you're not going to stream with me like 12 hours a day every day. It's like unrealistic. So, like, some of it's still just going to be me, but I think when we do stream together, there definitely should be like higher density of content, not just chilling. You know?
Yeah, no, we just have to push it more. And like I said, the whole trans thing, like that comes about from not having enough practice articulating a view,
Sure.
right? And so how do you get better articulating a view? You have to articulate some views.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anyone who just, like, comes out the fucking package being like, okay, so, you know, here's my nuanced view on this social policy. No, you practice by talking about it, by debating about it, by having, you know, reasoned discussions about it, right?
No, that's fair.
Like,
And
does
a
anyone
lot of
think-
girls
yeah.
don't
Most of
have
them.
experience in that department because historically, you know, especially attractive girls, we don't initiate conversation ever. People just talk to us. So if I'm doing entertainment, that's just something that I need to get better at. Especially with how much online I am, it's dangerous to be online and not be a good speaker this long.
Yeah, you gotta be able to frame your communication well.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to do that is literally as much practice as you can get.
Yeah, no, and I do appreciate you trying to help with that. And I just get flustered, I guess, because just normally I'm naturally being the youngest kid, I'm just non-confrontational, but I need to overcome that and not be afraid to speak, because not everything has to be confrontational if you don't overreact. So
Well, yeah, and also, like, I don't think you can be a streamer without being confrontational.
I know. And like I said, it's like different for girls, right? Because girls can court attention and money and views and stuff without doing anything really. So like it's just like I'm not as young as I used to be though. So if I want to step into the adult, like not adult sexy, but like like mainstream being an adult mature world, then I need to get better at conversations, because looks are not going to be like the way forward past 30 really for the majority of viewers.
And those of you guys who are like, oh, hire a good investment manager is cheaper than Nick's sports cars. It's like, fucking, I dare you, link me a good one. Fucking show me what the good one is to you. Like, you won't, because it doesn't exist, because you don't know any. Right? Like, because picking a good investment manager is literally just like picking a stock. It's the same skill.
Yeah.
The point is, it's very, very, very hard and very, very unlikely.
Yeah.
All right. I have an early call tomorrow. You're gonna wake up at what, 9?
Oh,
What are you waking up at?
What? Probably 10 now.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I should probably be up around then too, just because I gotta prep for it and all that jazz. Who's it with? Blanking.
Don't need to look on the calendar.
Oh, we might have to film an OnlyFans video at some point soon too.
Okay. Should we hire some robbers for it, or
Oh shit.
we already have the cuck chair there as a meme? So
Only if they're willing to be shot at by me.
Well, what kind of shot are we talking? Like jizz? Like a...
I'll shoot 3 times, but only hit him once.
There you go. There you go.
So everyone keeps telling me that eventually you'll have nightmares after an incident like that.
Oh, I've had nightmares since I was a kid about this kind of thing already. I've had nightmares before it actually happens for years. So
Yeah.
like obviously not the exact scenario, but just like home intruders chasing me, kind of thing. So
Yeah,
that's
guys.
nothing new for me.
You know, you guys got to get used to a lot more people in here. It's going to happen. Cool.
All right.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna check out for the night. Yeah. Have a good one, boys.
Bye, chat.
Those of you who are the real ones, we'll see you tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow?
I don't know. You said you have some calls, so I'll try to ask Katie if she ever came up with like React list.
And then obviously we'll try to do Furry Fridays on Friday.
We're reclaiming furry. Stop perverting my animals.
Furry Fridays. All right.
Okay.
Bye, boys.
Bye.